See you tomorrow.
Good night, Julie.
What are you doing here?
I'm leaving for Washington in an hour. Can I take Megan next weekend instead?
Fine.
Julie, I think we should talk.
Sam, I really don't have time for an argument.
Why do you always assume we're going to have
I
an
am
argument?
not the one who spent a cozy weekend with my editor's secretary.
All right. I messed up. Big time. But it's been 3 months.
Excuse me.
Hey, Nancy, do you think you can take one more thing there?
Nothing I'd love better. Hello, Sam.
Nancy, I love you.
I'm late. I have to be at the State House by 3:30.
You still have every minute accounted for, don't you?
That's right.
I forgot about that. You're perfect. You don't make mistakes.
Don't be stupid.
It must be exhausting being you. And you have no idea how exhausting it is trying to keep up with you.
Dad.
Thank God you're okay.
What's going on? Oh, my God. Did I hit anyone?
No. They all jumped out of the way.
Where's Megan?
By the time the hospital reached, she was asleep. Mrs. Morelli, from next door. She's sitting with her.
Oh, God, Dad, it was awful. I was just driving along listening to music, and all of a sudden everything got really blurry, and then my head felt like it was going to burst. Nothing.
You worked too hard. I told you that 100 times. Try to do too much. I tried to reach Sam, but I got the machine, so I hung up.
Don't call Sam.
And he's your husband.
I'm going to be out of here in no time. I don't want him to worry.
I think he'd like to know.
He's out of town till Friday.
Hi. I'm Dr. Fowler. Last time I saw you, you were looking pretty groggy.
I don't remember.
I know. Well, we have a few things to talk over.
I'm her father. She's going to be all right. Yes.
Well, I like to go with the positive. She drove into a bus shelter. Now she's awake and talking. It's a good sign.
Dad, maybe you should get back in case Megan wakes up.
I'll bring her tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You didn't exactly answer his question, did you?
Well, I like to know what's going on before I start passing out reassurances.
You know, I was thinking that this has to have something to do with all the pressure I've been under lately.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before.
Well, we're going to run a few tests and get to the bottom of it, okay?
Okay.
Are you okay? Can I give you a hug?
Of course you can.
I'm fine, honey.
Oh,
I brought you something. Look.
thank
No,
you.
look here.
What? No serious injuries as car takes out shelter.
My class thinks it's really cool, too. None of the other moms have been in the paper before.
Great, this is just what I needed.
When Dad sees this, he'll freak. Then he'll be home for good.
Honey, I don't...
Hours are over. Would all visitors please leave now?
We
Next
just
visiting
got
hours tomorrow
here.
afternoon from 2
My fault. I hit every red light in town.
It's okay.
Megan, come on. Let's let your mother get some rest.
No, I want to stay. I'm making her a bracelet.
Honey, I'll get you some ice cream.
You know I'm allergic to milk.
Well, we'll get some donuts instead.
It's okay, honey. I'm gonna be home real soon, okay?
Okay.
I love you.
Ditto. Bye.
Bye.
Don't worry. We'll take good care of each other.
I know you will.
I better get going.
Your tests show that you have an inflammation of the arteries of the brain. In other words, something blocked the blood supply, and that's why you blacked out.
But I came to again, so the blockage stopped, right?
Right. My concern is that it not happen again. Because the next time, the blockage could be far more dangerous. Possibly life-threatening. The most effective thing to do would be surgery. I would go in and bypass the blocked artery, take a clear channel, and move the blood through that.
Like a heart bypass.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
When do you want to do this?
I'd like to book you in next week.
That soon?
I'll be frank with you, Julie. You could walk out of here and this might not happen again for a few months or even a few years. On the other hand, you could be driving your child to school next week and it could happen again.
Okay, let's do it.
Good. All I need is some family history. If there's any hereditary tendency towards stroke, I can't operate.
No one in my family's had a stroke that I know of.
Great. You simply have to find out. I'd be happy to call your father and check it out if you like.
No, you can't just call him and tell him something like this. Listen, I'm feeling a lot better. Can I just get out of here and go tell him myself?
Okay. But take it easy. No driving.
You're home? The doctors let you out of the hospital. You're going to be fine. Yes. Sure.
I wanted to get home before Megan got back.
I was so worried. You know how my mind works since your mother? I thought maybe it was cancer, some sort of tumor.
No, Dad, it's not cancer.
The hospital does need to know a few things about the family.
What sort of things?
Oh, you know, just medical stuff for the records.
Records. That's how they make their living, filling out forms.
Well, the doctor needs to know if anyone in the family ever had a stroke.
I must have filled out 1 million forms for your mother.
It's a bit more complicated than that. I need an operation.
Why? What's wrong?
It's just a minor procedure, but you know how they are. They just need to know a little family medical history. You know, easy stuff like, what did my maternal and paternal grandparents die of?
I don't know.
What do you mean? That's your mother and father. How could you not know that?
Okay, look, let's just break this down.
How old were you when my grandmother, your mother, died? Let's just start there.
It's none of their damn business.
Daddy, if I don't find this out and I don't have this operation, I could die.
You said it wasn't serious. You said it was nothing.
I know. I didn't want to worry you.
Julia, I wish I had some answers. That I could help you. But I can't.
Why not?
You better sit down.
I don't want to sit down. Come on, you're scaring me.
Your mother and I, couldn't have children. Doris couldn't carry. So finally, when there were no more chances, we adopted you.
All these years, and you never told me.
We thought it was for the best, easier for all of us. We loved you as if you were our own.
I don't believe this.
We were frightened that your real parents would someday show up, take you away.
How could you do this to me? How could you lie to me all these years? You used to say that my hair was just like your sister's. Mom said that I looked like Aunt Ethel. Remember, around the eyes?
Around the eyes, you look exactly...
So when were you going to tell me? When was it going to be all right?
Tomorrow was the best answer I could come up with.
Well, that was the wrong answer.
I know. That doesn't change anything. You're still a little girl.
It doesn't change anything. I had a right to know.
Julia, I don't know who your real parents are. We never knew their names. All the years I spent frightened that you'd find your real parents. Now I'm terrified that you won't.
My name's Lisa Mickelson, and I work for MCI.
I'm Wilma Knox.
I'm Jonathan Shaw.
If you're thinking about joining MCI and Friends and Family,
This is the month to do
If
it.
you join this month, we'll give you a whole month.
Long-distance calls.
free.
Absolutely
You
free.
can call as many times as you
We'll talk
want.
as long as you want.
Free. The basic word here is free.
It's up to $35 worth of free long distance, and at our low Friends and Family rate.
That's a lot of calls.
If you've been thinking about joining MCI and Friends and Family, you've picked a great month.
MCI and Friends and Family. There's never been a better time to join.
This could be the biggest shot of Jeff Sluman's career.
What do you think? I think you're right. Diet Dr. Pepper does taste more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr. Pepper. The taste you've been looking for.
Annie, they said try our new popcorn pop secret by request. Delicious, I said. Now look at the box. 80% less fat. Well, if that's not a dream come true, somebody pinch me.
New Pop Secret by request. Perfect popcorn is our passion.
Eat your vegetables. They're good for you. Your brother always eats his vegetables.
You want to be big and strong? Eat your vegetables.
When you were a kid, you had to. Now you'll want to. Introducing all the goodness of vegetables in a delicious new soup. Campbell's Hearty Vegetable with Pasta Soup. Garden vegetables so it's 99% fat-free. Tender pasta shells in a richly seasoned broth. Campbell's new Hearty Vegetable with Pasta Soup. Now, if only we could do something about liver.
You gotta get up in the morning, go to work. No work, no pay. A little cold shouldn't get you down. Sure, I take contact. You know, boss man doesn't want to hear about, can't come to work today, I got a cold. They want you there. Can't be a whippy thing. I'm not taking a 4-hour pill like Actifed. Sudafed, it wears off too quick. I take Contact. It works for me. Need something that works 12 hours. Contact works 12 hours.
One Contact gives you 12 hours of time-released relief.
It's a lot less for a pill than it is for a day's wage.
Contact helps turn sick days into work days.
U.S. Air Reservations, how can I help you?
Hi, how are you?
2 to Washington, please.
After you.
Here you are, sir.
Thanks.
You're traveling light.
Did you have fun flying?
Yeah. You enjoy your flight with US Air?
Thank you for flying on US Air.
You'll hear one word again and again from the people of US Air.
What's better for you?
For one very good reason.
You go to gate 10.
Thanks very much.
Frank becomes an overnight star with his high-flying heroics.
They want you to be on Late Night with David Letterman.
Will Murphy blow his celebrity debut?
Boy, I can't believe you fell that far. You said good.
A few more feet to the right or left and we all would have seen them.
Terry Garr guest stars on Murphy Brown, followed by an all-new Love and War and Northern Exposure, Monday.
She knew everything about her husband except his terrible secret.
Am I out of my mind, or does that look like Bob?
And the one thing she didn't know
He killed his entire family.
is the one thing that could kill her. Based on the shocking true story. Robert Blake, Beverly D'Angelo, Melinda Dillon. Tuesday is Judgment Day.
Is this my real birth certificate?
Yes, they put our names in as parents, but that's the time and place that you were born.
Oh, I've got something. How did you get me so young? I couldn't have been more than a few hours old here.
By the time we decided to adopt, we couldn't qualify. So we had to look for other ways.
So, I wasn't legal.
We had a lawyer draw up the adoption, but he wouldn't tell us anything about your mother.
And you didn't bother to ask.
We didn't press on it because we were afraid that it wouldn't come through.
So, my, mother and father could have been anyone. I wish Mom was here.
So do I.
She used to sing me to sleep. Every night, the same song. Let me call you sweetheart. What was this lawyer's name? Where was his practice?
Bill Curtis, right here in Seattle.
There was nobody out there.
Yes, I'm between secretaries. Do we have an appointment?
Actually, I think I'm looking for Mr. Curtis Sr.
My father passed away 2 years ago.
Oh.
Can I help you? Hate to say it, but this stuff might not show up.
So for the last 2 hours, we've been looking for a file that doesn't even exist?
Maybe. And maybe not. The only thing in the world Dad was scared of was the IRS. What we have here is a receipt for 5 months bed and board at Kendall's rooming house. The bill was paid on behalf of Mrs. Frances Thompson of Cloverton, British Columbia, dated August of 1965.
I was born August 24th, 1965. Funds dispersed from loss and payment.
Dad must have paid for this woman's lodgings with funds from the adoptive parents.
Look at this. Hospital bills paid from the same source. He paid her bills while she was waiting to have her baby. Me.
Frances Thompson, Cloverton, British Columbia, in Canada.
Megan wanted to surprise you. Did you find out anything?
I have to take a trip to a place called Cloverton. I think my birth mother might live up there.
A trip? No, Julie, I don't know.
I have to go, Dad. I already called work and told them I'd be gone for a few days.
Let me go for you.
No, I have to do this. This isn't just about medical records anymore. It's about me, who I am.
I don't think this is a very good
I need you to
idea.
take care of Megan.
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna go tuck her in. Hi. Where were you? I had to do a couple of things. Listen, I have to be away for a little while. No. No, I have some business that I gotta take care of. Everything's gonna be fine. Why don't you roll over and try and go back to sleep?
I can't sleep now.
Sure you can. Hey, look. Smokey's already snoring.
Don't go till I'm asleep.
Of course I won't. Come on, roll over.
Can we sing?
Mm-hmm. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you.
You need a taxi, miss?
Yeah, I do.
You got any luggage?
The green bag.
Okay. Thanks. Well, what strands you in Cloverton? Visiting a relative, maybe?
Maybe.
Can't think of any other reason to come here. Ain't exactly Vegas, eh? So, who you visiting?
Mrs. Frances Thompson?
Used to be a school teacher? That Frances Thompson? I had her for 3 years. Were you close to her?
What do you mean where?
She passed away last October. I'm sorry. If it's any consolation, they didn't know what hit them. It was a bunch of kids, drinking, speeding. They jumped the light and totaled the car. It killed them both right away.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, well, her husband was killed, too. Their daughter's the only one left in the family.
Daughter. What's her name?
Beth? Beth Thompson? She runs Beth's beauty place.
And how old is she?
Hard to tell. Somewhere over 40.
And Mrs. Thompson, the one that was killed?
Oh, that I know. That was in the papers. 75 on the nose.
It was the daughter.
then.
You bet.
Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hi. Are you Beth Thompson? That's me. What can I do for you? You have great hair.
What's so special about it?
So thick, healthy. I've always had the kind of hair that just sort of hangs there. Oh, sorry. It's always doing that. One of these years, I'm gonna have to get it fixed. There. Okay. So, where are you from? Seattle. Have you ever been there? No, I've never been anywhere. Born here, raised here, be buried here, I expect. Want some coffee? Yeah, sure. Do you have any kids? No, not me. No husband, no kids. Milk? No, thanks, I'm allergic. This way. Now, I've told you all about me. What about you? Do you have any kids? Oh, yeah, one. A daughter, Megan. She's 8. Oh, it's sweet age. I do a lot of kids' hair. It always makes me so happy when I get one that age. They love to pretend they're all grown up, and they can't wait to get a lollipop. So, what brings you here? All right, a few days ago, I found out that I'm...
Hey, Val. Hey. Well, things are looking up. You got a new customer.
Oh, Sue.
Do you have time for a quick shampoo? I gotta be at the restaurant soon.
You always get your hair done on Thursdays.
Well, this week I'm gonna be different. So can you do it?
Sure. I'm just about finished here. Huh? What do you think? It's great. Thanks.
Your hair looks real pretty.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That'll be $12.50. Thank you. Oh, keep the change. Well, that won't be necessary. I'm the owner here. Thank you. Well, goodbye. Bye-bye.
All pain relievers are not the same. Introducing aspirin-free Anacin Maximum Strength Gel Caplets. Strong against stubborn headaches, easy to swallow, gentle on your stomach. New gel caplets, the newest form in pain relief of aspirin-free Anacin.
5 times the active ingredients of the #2 kind to power through the toughest grime and kill staph germs that imitator can't. You've got the power to get it Pine Sol.
This is for my best friend who said, "You'll never find the perfect red." This is for my mother who said, "Darker hair is going to make you look older."
This is for women who want the best, Ultra.
This is for my husband who said, "You're thinking of going what? Blonde, blonde, blonde."
Only Ultress has a gel colorant that takes ordinary color to ultimate color. Ultress color. Hair that's never looked or felt better.
This is for my sister who used to have the best hair in the family.
Ultress from Clairol.
Gorgeous hair is the best revenge.
What helps keep you going all morning?
Get yourself a box and try Breakfast with Greatness for a week. You'll love the energy in the morning. Because that box is full of great mornings and a hearty taste you'll love.
Grape Nut Cereal, the fat-free natural energy source. Just give it 1 box, 1 week.
If the first bowl doesn't convince you, then the week will.
Discover the energy of Grape Nuts. Try 1 box, 1 week, 1 Grape Nuts.
Let's not unpack. Do it tomorrow. I wish we were still in Vienna.
Me too. Here, this'll take you back.
Chocolate.
This
This reminds me of the coffee that we had.
That night.
New Viennese Chocolate Cafe. Rich coffee with a touch of luscious chocolate.
That was my favorite night in Vienna.
But we never went out.
Celebrate the moment. New from General Foods International Coffees.
A Family of Strangers will continue.
Do you, John, take this woman to be your wife?
Not until Monday.
Do you, Georgie?
Not until Monday.
You mean we can't see you get married till Monday?
We do.
I now pronounce you.
Not until Monday.
It's the funniest wedding of the year on a special hour-long Hearts of Fire.
I will now kiss the bride.
Not until Monday.
A French skydiver gets snagged underneath a plane. Now his life is hanging by a thread at 10,000 feet. Rescues around the world on a special Rescue 911 Tuesday.
This is CBS. There's only one radio station for light favorites and less talk. Light FM 98.9. Great songs from yesterday and today without the hard rock. The Carolina station for light favorites and less talk. Light FM 98.9.
Many people have asked me to explain my theory of grocery shopping. It's relatively simple. Exponential expansion of grocery value occurs in direct proportion to shopping here. In other words, nobody puts price and friendly service together like community cash.
Green Giant beans, corn, and peas, 2 for 89 cents. Ultra Gain and Ultra Bold powder detergent, $2.29. Alberto VO5 shampoo and conditioner, 88 cents.
Community Cash, your neighborhood store with low prices.
School teachers fear for their safety. The story on Night Watch.
Megan, just the daughter I wanted to talk to. Have I told you that I love you today?
No. Mom, can I have a puppy? Jackie's dog had 8.
Absolutely not. I don't care how many puppies Jackie's dog had.
But...
No, end of subject. Now, do you have anything else you want to tell me?
I got an A+ on my story about your accident. Mom, when are you coming home?
Honey, I just got here.
I don't care. Granddad says it's my bedtime. I told him I have never in my life gone to bed this early.
Megan, listen to him a little, okay?
But he argues about everything.
I do not.
Do too.
Now give me the phone. Let me talk to your mother.
Only if you let me stay up.
Megan.
Okay, I love you, Mom.
Julie. Did you find anything?
Not much.
You know, I think it'd be a good idea if...
Listen, Dad, I really need to get some sleep, okay? I gotta go.
Good night, sweetheart.
Good night.
Gosh, I don't know. She's more the sort that gets postcards, not the kind that sends them.
Are you sure? Could she have taken a holiday and you didn't know?
How come you're asking me all this? Why don't you just ask Beth?
Order up.
I'll leave the pot here in case you want some more.
Richards, Ross, Schmidt, Smith, Wilson, Thompson. Beth Thompson's going to be back in our hair again, fresh from the graduating class of the Marvell School of Beauty in Seattle.
I figured you'd be back. Sue tells me you've been asking questions about me. Who are you?
My name is Julie Lawson, and I'm sick. I need to have an operation, but they can't do it until I find out if there's a history of strokes in my family.
I'm very sorry to hear about that. But what does it have to do with me?
I think you can help me.
I don't see how.
I was born in Seattle in 1965. I think I'm your daughter.
I don't have a daughter. I've never been married. I don't have any children. I told you that.
I know. You also said that you've never been to Seattle, but I know that you were there in 1965.
Oh, well, I don't count that. I was there for a while in beauty school. But as soon as that was over, I came right back.
I spoke with a lawyer named Bill Curtis who said that his father arranged everything.
I've never heard of any Bill Curtis.
Look, I don't want to upset you. Believe me, I would not have come here if I didn't have to, but I have no choice. I have a daughter, and she needs her mother. If I don't have the operation, I may die.
I'm sorry. I'd like to help you. I've been to Seattle, but I've never had a child. I was just about to close up here. They took the baby away so fast, I never knew if I had a boy or a girl. I just heard you cry. No one in my family has ever had a stroke.
Wait, wait. What made you decide to tell me? I'm sorry. I don't mean to stare at you. It's just so new to me. I was just trying to see. if I look like you. Me too. Over the years, I've wondered. What about my father? Who was he? Please. As soon as I find out, I'll go. I don't want to disrupt his life. I don't want anything from him except a little bit of information. But I have to know. I'm so sorry. I can't tell you that.
The medical facts are clear. Tylenol is so gentle on your stomach, doctors even recommend it to their ulcer patients for everyday aches and pains. They know Tylenol can't aggravate an ulcer the same way aspirin can. That's important for all of us to know. And so is this. Hospitals use Tylenol 23 times more than all aspirin brands combined. Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
To play this game, you got to have the drive, you got to have the moves, you got to have the love, but most importantly...
Hey, man, you get the ball?
No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
No, you got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball.
Bring the ball.
Hey, Chumps. Want a game? The new street ball. It's a Rawlings, it's only $4.99 and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
When my wife started working again, I wasn't crazy about having to cook 3 nights a week.
Whirlpool knows women are doing more outside the home.
I think it's healthy for a man to make friends with a washing machine.
So families are doing more inside the home. Whirlpool makes appliances to help your home run, even when you're not there to run it.
I like help. Help is good.
Whirlpool, how to make a home run.
Open your mouth and close your eyes. Here comes a big surprise.
Cereal. What is it?
Yes.
It's nice and weedy, and it's not mushy.
It's really crunchy, right?
Yep. Give me a hint.
Well, it's 100% whole grain.
Let's see. It's wheat, it's whole grain, it's really crunchy, it's Corn Chex.
Tad.
If you haven't tried deliciously crunchy whole grain wheat Chex, you gotta check out Chex.
Rice Chex.
Tad.
Family of Strangers will continue.
This is CBS.
Introducing Value Melts with melted cheddar or melted Swiss. Only 99 cents each, every day at Arby's.
If you imagine yourself winning South Carolina National's game of loans, there's a lot to imagine. Say you win an interest-free loan. Imagine...
A new car!
Or you win from 0.25% to 2% off the regular rate. Imagine financing a real celebration. But you can also sign up to win
a Carnival Caribbean cruise for 2.
See a loan officer for official rules and your passport to play. It's even more exciting than banking as usual. Imagine.
First rule in any business, take care of the customer.
Give them value for their money, and a little more. Charge a fair price, and they'll come back. That's our good people philosophy here at Fairway Ford. It's not complicated. In fact, it makes doing business easier and more enjoyable for both of us. So why doesn't everybody do business that way? Good question. 'Cause we're good people too. Fairway Ford on the Motor Mile in Greenville.
When you can't trust the weather, trust the weather team. TV7's Jack Roper, Tony Dale, and Jim Kirkpatrick. Dedicated, accurate, reliable. This is the weather team to trust. Eyewitness weather only on TV7.
Found out a lot about me.
Do for a living?
They're good at it. Did you take ballet lessons?
What?
I know it's a silly question. It's just that I thought if I ever had a little girl, I'd get her some ballet lessons.
Actually, I did study ballet when I was small, but I wasn't very coordinated. Who are they?
We were all in the same class.
Can you tell me about them?
This is Tim Webster. He was always the class clown. The teachers all hated him. He was smart and rude. This is Jake Gibson. He's dead now. He was married to Sue. She's always been my best friend. And this is Del Smith. He had this look all through high school, as if he was really depressed, never smiled. And Matthew Saunders. He came from some farm somewhere. He stayed in town, boarded. Everyone was so excited about the big dance.
Can you tell me about that night?
I'd looked forward to it all year. When I walked in, it was magic. The gym was perfect. I felt like Cinderella. Everybody was dancing, except for me. I didn't have a date. Jake and Sue had been going steady all year. Everybody knew they'd get married. Sue was always my best friend. She noticed me standing there alone. Tim and Jake had their own idea of fun. Matt was the only one the 60s really got to. He didn't bother with drinking. He was into drugs. Del was alone. Del had brought a flask, and all the boys started drinking. burned my tongue. It's the worst thing I ever tasted in my life. That was enough for me. And then the principal spotted us, and we were out of the dance. I was so embarrassed. We ended up at the roadhouse. I was having the best night of my life. Just going to a place like that was a big deal to me. I felt pretty. The guys got the barman to refill their flask. Everybody was getting kind of rowdy. I told Dell to keep his hands to himself. Tim got so angry. Sue and Jake headed off. The rest of the gang said they'd walk me home, but I just wanted to get back fast, to be alone with my memories of the night. Dell wouldn't stop apologizing. And I remembered Tim saying he wouldn't let me go without a goodnight kiss. Someone called my name. I knew it was one of the boys, but I couldn't see him properly. Each time I'd catch a glimpse, I thought maybe he was playing some kind of game. Whatever it was, I didn't like it. That's all I remember. I have to go.
Beth, you have nothing to be ashamed of. It wasn't your fault.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't remember anymore, and I don't think I ever will.
Please, you have to try. We've got to find these guys. Talk to them. Somebody's got to remember something. Now, I know that Jake is dead. Matt, Tim, Dell, where are they? Matt disappeared. Tim moved away. Never came back. If it had been up to me, I would have kept you.
Mr. Wilson? Mr. Wilson? The doctor can see you now.
Oh, thanks, Alex. Oh, those cold pills are something else.
Antihistamines. Sometimes they make you sleepy. Well, you won't find any here. Advil Cold and Sinus. It's tough on the cold, not on you.
Alex, was I snoring?
I'll never tell.
Advil Cold and Sinus. Advanced formula for the cold season.
We know we see all the men you have to be, just how much you give, all the lives you live, we'll be there. We understand all it means to be a man. We're showing you the way to get better every day. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Gillette sensor technology revolutionized shaving. Now we're introducing the Gillette series, a line of high-performance shaving, aftershave, and deodorant products with an exhilarating new fragrance to help every man look, feel, and be his best.
So you're the best you can be for all the world to see. Gillette, the best a man can get.
The Gillette series, together with Gillette Sensor, is redefining men's grooming.
Mrs. Butterworth, you're the slowest person I ever met.
Well, Timothy, maybe that's because my original syrup is so deliciously thick and rich. It takes more time to pour than maple syrup. See?
Please hurry, Mrs. Butterworth. I can't wait.
What did I tell you? My thick and rich syrup does take a little more time, doesn't it?
Sure does, Mrs. Butterworth, but you're really worth it.
And don't forget my light syrup.
Rub-a-dub-dub, pretend you're a tub. Now, would you rather be cleaned by Soft Scrub Cleanser with Clorox bleach, which safely cleans soap scum without scratching, or the kind of powder that's harsh? Nice shot! Soft Scrub with bleach, preferred by tubs everywhere.
When we gave the Escort of the 90s more power, better handling, more room, and a sleeker look, we received a special recognition. More repeat buyers than any small car in America. Ford Escort.
Research Search. Good morning.
Hi, it's Julie for Nancy.
Hello?
Nance, I need a favor. I need it fast.
Okay.
There's a guy from here, Matt Saunders, moved to Portland in the 60s, hasn't been heard from since. I need a current address.
Right. Not only fast, also impossible.
I'm faxing you his high school yearbook photo. You'll be fast?
You got it.
Thanks, Nance. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Matt Saunders, missing. Jake Gibson is married to Sue, dead. Tim Webster, need to locate. Del Smith.
Lots of people want to buy a sensible car. I tell them they don't need a sensible car. Cars aren't sensible. They burn fossil fuels, are dangerous. It's far more sensible to walk or take the train.
What do people say when you tell them that?
Nothing. People don't listen. I just talk to hear myself. Why are you so nervous? A pretty little girl like you shouldn't have a care in the world.
I had an accident last week. I totaled my Jeep.
No kidding. So how come you came to Clover to buy a new car?
I told you, I'm here on vacation.
People on vacation never buy new cars. Too far away from home. Not sensible. Besides, no one on vacation ever came to Clover. So why are you here?
Okay, I'll tell you. I'm a researcher, and I'm gathering information for an article about what happens to people after they graduate from high school. Beth Thompson suggested I talk to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beth hasn't said boo to me in 25 years. Now she sends you here to ask me questions? Tell you what. High school seems so long ago. Why don't we just pull over the side of the road here and take a little trip down memory lane?
What are you doing?
Nothing yet. I just want to get to know you a little better, that's all. Hey, where you going?
You all right? I just need to sit down. Oh. Del came on to me. What? And then he just dumped me in the middle of nowhere. My mother used to brush my hair when I was little. Every night. She'd count out 100 strokes. She passed away a year ago. I'm sorry. Sometimes the smallest thing will happen and I run to the phone to tell her. And I remember. Did you ever think about me? Every year at the same time, I get this feeling something was missing. And then August the 24th, I'd know why. My birthday. I didn't know where you were or who you'd be. But I knew it was your birthday. Hello.
Is Julie Cooper there, please?
Yes, she is. Just a second. It's for you, little girl. Oh, it's Megan. I left us a number. She likes to call me after school. Hi, baby.
Mommy, I miss you so much.
Honey, don't cry. I'll be home soon.
That's what you said last time, and you're still not home.
Well, I still have some things to find out. It's important.
Nothing's that important. I need you.
Megan, are you listening to me? Okay, I'm gonna tell you something because I need you to help me while I'm here.
Help? What for?
When I saw the doctor, she told me that I need to have an operation.
No one told me that.
Well, I didn't want to upset you. Now, here's what I need you to do. I need you to try and be a brave girl. Can you do that?
I am a brave girl.
I know. And I want you to talk to Granddad.
I don't want to upset him.
When I was little, and I get real sad, you know who could always make me smile?
Granddad.
That's right. He won't mind if you cry.
Okay.
Now let me talk to Granddad. Dad?
I'll make her smile.
Thanks, Dad. Bye.
Bye.
She all right? Come on. Let's get out of here.
When it all gets to me and I can't stop thinking about it, I have to walk. It helps. How about you?
Is it all getting to you now?
Getting to both of us, I'd say.
I'm going to see Tim Webster. Talk to him.
You walk like Megan. I can't keep up with her either. We've got to keep looking for Matt, too. When I came back from Seattle, I did a lot of walking. I'd come out here, look over the water, and dream about other places. I'd stop here and pretend the road didn't go any further. What's the matter? Nothing. Ball? Damn it.
Come on, tell me.
Sue, do you remember that night after the dance?
What dance?
The homecoming dance, our senior year.
You're asking me to think back that far? I can't remember what I was doing last week.
The big homecoming dance. The one we were thrown out of because of Dell's flask.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
You and Jake went on ahead.
Yeah?
I stayed behind with the rest of the gang at the beach.
And Jake proposed the very next morning.
Something happened that night. Mama said I should forget it ever happened.
She usually got her way, that woman. Do you realize that if Julie hadn't come here, you would have gone to your grave with this? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I wish I would have been there, and I wish I could have done something. You don't have any idea who it was?
I've tried. I can't remember. I thought maybe you might have noticed something. Or maybe Tim will. Julie went to see him.
All I can remember is that you wanted me to stay and I didn't.
Oh, jeez.
You've been through so much. Maybe you've suffered enough. Maybe you should just let it all go.
I can't. Not now.
But it was such a long time ago.
So, Tim, Beth tells me you didn't like school.
Like it? I hated it. I haven't been to a reunion yet. You want to put this in your article? I believe that a terrible school can help a man succeed. Want some more tea?
Yes, please. How?
Oh, it's easy. See, if it had been all that good, teachers would have understood me. I probably would have been one of the teacher's pets. And I would have achieved all that I wanted to in school. So that after school, would have been nothing left to prove. Here's a good quote for you. I hated that school with all my heart.
If you hated it so much, and how come you have all these pictures?
Oh, well, it's
Beth, wasn't she beautiful? Huh? Kind of had a crush on her. And I thought she looked my way a couple of times, too. But then she changed, you see.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. It used to be that Beth felt something. You could read it all over her face like a billboard. And she changed. Hey, boys, no hockey playing in the house. Get out of here. Go on.
Your son looks just like you, the elder one.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah?
Everybody says that. They're my wife's kids from a previous marriage. We didn't have any kids.
Why not?
Well, I couldn't. I had mumps when I was 13. You know what that can do to guys. Not that I can't, you know, I just can't make kids.
I'm sorry.
Oh, hell, I don't care. My boys know I'm their daddy. Are you going to see Beth when you go back?
Hmm?
Well, you tell her that Tim Webster says hi.
I will. I'll walk from here. Thanks a lot.
Okay, let's get this over with. I know why you're here.
You do?
How much does she want? Jennifer, how much?
What are you talking about?
You're gonna make me work for this, right? I knew you were hiding something, so I figured it was the letter. She sent a letter to my wife. If I hadn't seen it first...
Del, that's not why I'm here. I am here for my own reasons. I need to ask you some questions about your homecoming dance in 1964.
1964? Homecoming? Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't really remember anything except puking my guts out and my old man finding me and beating me until all I could do was crawl into a corner. Every time he raised his hand, he'd say, "You're nothing, Del. Nothing."
Is your father still alive?
Nope.
What did he die of?
Stroke. Real quick. It's too good for the bastard, if you ask me. Does that shock you, sweetheart? Don't go around asking questions if you don't want to hear the answers.
Beth, there's no one in her room.
Are you sure?
I'm not gonna look again. I've got better things to do.
She should be back. Coming out of the cold. What happened? Del, I was on my way to my motel. He stopped me. He's the one. I don't have a chance. His father died from a stroke. I'm not going to be able to have the operation. I'm not going to be able to... Come, sit down. I'm fine. Fine. Oh! Julie. Julie? Julie?
If minor arthritis pain and muscle aches make you feel closed in, and the lingering odor of pain-relieving rubs makes you want to stay in, now there's a way out.
Introducing Daytime Bengay, specially formulated with a vanishing scent. It's a new day for Bengay. The pain-relieving power lasts for hours, but the scent quickly disappears. Escape from pain with vanishing scent Daytime Bengay.
The Ragu chef introduces new Ragu Super Mushroom Pasta Sauce.
There is no such thing as too many mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Big mushrooms, little mushrooms. Mushrooms intensify the flavor of the sauce.
He makes Ragu Chunky Garden Style Super Mushroom with as many mushrooms as these 3 mushroom sauces combined.
I love to look at them, smell them, hold them, count them, put them in my sauce.
New Ragu Super Mushroom.
Extraordinary sauce.
You know the feeling. You check one more time to make sure they're okay. Children's Tylenol knows the feeling, too. That's why we're constantly checking, then rechecking, to be sure the ingredients that go into our medicine meet Tylenol's stringent demands for purity, quality, and consistency. Because when you care, you can never be too careful.
I just love raisins in cereal.
I'm afraid you don't.
If I say I like raisins, I do.
No, I really don't think so.
Yeah, well, what do you call this, pal?
Not this.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran?
Hey, if you really loved raisins, you'd be eating Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
So, you really think you got something here, eh, buddy?
2 scoops of our sweetest, plumpest, juiciest raisins.
What was I thinking?
Kellogg's Raisin Bran. If you love raisins, this is your cereal.
Now on, there's 2 scoops, eh, Duke?
A Family of Strangers will continue.
Does the cold winter weather give you the blues? You're not the only one. Now there's a bright idea that could help cheer you up. Eye on America tomorrow on the CBS Evening News.
Why would an ordinary man murder his family and disappear? Why would a cop break every rule to bring him to justice? The hunt for John List took 18 years, but every minute was a race against time. Based on the shocking true story, Beverly D'Angelo, Robert Blake.
If I'm right and he hasn't killed again yet, it's just a matter of time before he does.
Judgment Day, Tuesday.
This is CBS.
Good evening, I'm Julie Phillips. Coming up on Night Watch, snowstorms, rain, and other bad weather is causing problems across the nation tonight, from California to the Carolinas. And severe weather in the TV7 viewing area has created dangerous driving conditions. Our Jim Kirkpatrick will have the latest at 11. In Greenville County, a showdown between the school board and about 100 teachers today. They're upset because the board is allowing a student who assaulted a teacher at Wade Hampton High to stay in that school.
If you're thinking about selling your home, think RE/MAX. RE/MAX is the real estate leader in cities and towns across the continent. Look for RE/MAX out in front.
Join us for those stories and more on Night Watch at 11.
It takes years to become a truck expert. Hey there, what's that?
A truck.
Well, what kind of truck?
A big truck.
Yeah, but what kind of truck?
A red truck.
Of course, our truck experts here at Fairway Ford are a bit more experienced, so we can put you in the right Ford truck at the right price. But along with experience, it takes good people. And these two have a lot of promise. Good people. Fairway Ford on the Motor Mile in Greenville.
Join Whistle 100 WSSL for the Grammy Awards. Wednesday night at 8 on TV7.
You gotta keep looking, Nancy. Try outside of Portland.
It's gonna take a while. Give me more time.
No, there isn't any more time. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
What did you find out? Nothing. No one has seen Matt Saunders since he left Cloverton. No one's ever going to see him. What did the doctor say? Just what you'd expect. She wants me home, now. But I can't leave until I'm sure. If it's Della... Do you feel up to a visitor? Visitor?
What are you doing here?
Earl told me everything. Are you okay?
So what have you found out?
Maybe nothing. Maybe a lot. If... What do I call him? My biological father is who I think it is. It's not good.
Okay, well, I'm here. So tell me, what can I do?
You can go home and help take care of Megan. She needs you.
And you don't. Julie, I never said it. But I'm sorry. For everything.
So now, I'm just supposed to fall into your arms and pretend that everything's okay?
I'm not asking you to pretend anything. I'm asking you to forgive me. I made a mistake. I mean, it just happened.
No. A one-night stand just happens. An office party affair just happens. But when two people plan a weekend and sneak off together and lie about it, it doesn't just happen. You lied to me, Sam! Everybody I love has lied to me. I am trying to hold on to everything, and it's all just falling away.
Okay, so maybe for the first time in your life, you're not in complete control. Maybe you actually need me?
I'm afraid to trust you.
Oh, for God's sake, Julie, you're sick. And I am your husband.
Go home, please.
Look, I don't mean we go back to the way we were. You know? We start small. Like this, right now. I don't know. Am I looking for something that isn't there anymore?
What happened? We always end up arguing no matter how we start out. It's over. It's nowhere to go. You scared me. I'm sorry. I heard the music and I followed it. It's beautiful. My father gave it to me for my 16th birthday. I didn't have much jewelry, just some costume stuff. I kept it all in here. I think everything this family ever owned is stored up here. I'm sorry I woke you. It's okay. Mama burned my new dress. I hurt. There was blood. But I knew Mama would be waiting. She told me I had to forget. She started to run a bath. When I was in the water, she said, "Thank God your father's not home." She didn't know. Mama said it would kill him. He never found out. No one did. The police? She said they blamed me. And then she scrubbed me until my skin bled. Later, she sprinkled perfume on me. I lay there in those white sheets, and I never felt so dirty in all my life. I wrote these letters home while I was waiting for you in Seattle. Your mother didn't stay with you? No. Things were supposed to be normal. Mama got me a wedding ring and told me to wear it. Everything was a lie. In Seattle, I pretended I was Mrs. I'd look at that ring, and I'd pretend it never happened. Before that night, I hardly ever told a lie. After that night, I hardly ever told the truth.
I love Seattle.
I hated it there.
I'm making some friends in my class.
I couldn't have friends.
Beth over the flu, home once more.
That's what she called you. The flu. I've heard other women talk about giving birth. Some have even said, Beth, you're lucky. You never had to feel that kind of... I tell them there's worse pain than childbirth.
I never opened my hand. I never... Mama scrubbed me. And I kept my hand closed. Why? hit my hand. I can remember grabbing at his sleeve. It tore. I was trying to fight. All I could do was rip and tear. Remember who was wearing a green jacket? I can't.
This robe may look nice and white, but it doesn't compare to this Clorox white. Because detergent alone can leave clothes dingy, but adding Clorox every time gives you a brand new kind of white. Clorox Liquid Bleach. Also in lemon and fresh scents.
Comfort in a four-wheel drive. Amazing.
I got a big crew, and I need a lot of space.
It makes me feel tall.
It's tough, but refined. Kind of like me.
It's got it all.
Why do more people find themselves in a Ford Explorer than any other vehicle in its class? For as many reasons as there are Explorers.
Finders keepers.
Find yourself in an Explorer.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
You know the feeling.
Plane's late. Kids are expecting me. Pressure's terrible, so I have more than just a headache. I have stomach upset at the same time. That's a sick-to-your-stomach headache.
Now there's relief for the sick-to-your-stomach headache. New Excedrin Dual with 2 medicines for dual relief. A maximum-strength aspirin-free pain reliever for headaches, plus a soothing antacid for stomach upset from acid indigestion.
Today's pressures are tough, but so is Excedrin Dual.
New Excedrin Dual. Relief for the sick-to-your-stomach headache.
And so,
Miss Adams, what do you think?
You're right, Professor. Diet Dr. Pepper does taste more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr. Pepper. The taste you've been looking for.
When my wife started working again, I wasn't crazy about having to cook 3 nights a week.
You'll be glad to know anyone can use a Whirlpool range.
I'm getting the hang of this. When we make dinner, we're supposed to leave the kitchen just the way we found it.
This Whirlpool has simple electronic controls and a sealed cooking surface, so spills aren't a problem.
I like help. Help is good.
Whirlpool, how to make a home run.
In an emergency, reaction time is critical. So when one of these volunteers gets a cold, should she take a cold or allergy medicine that can cause drowsiness? Or new Sudafed 12-hour caplets, the original prescription-strength nasal decongestant that relieves stuffiness and lets you stay alert.
Great.
For long-lasting, non-drowsy relief,
You got here quick.
It's okay.
Back this way.
depend on Sudafed 12-hour, because people depend on you, from the makers of Sudafed.
Frank becomes an overnight star.
Late Night with David Letterman.
Will Murphy blow his celebrity debut?
On the closing act for a cockatiel and stiletto pumps.
Murphy Brown, followed by an all-new Love and War. Then, after their steamy night of passion, Maggie forgets.
Want me to show you the claw marks?
Northern Exposure Monday.
All those who love great comedy say aye.
The choices
Reba McEntire, Billy Ray Cyrus,
for the best country song of the year.
Vince Gill, Mary Nathan Carpenter, Winona.
The event,
Gary Shandling hosts a night of music's best.
the 35th Annual Grammy Awards, Wednesday.
This is where we went. I took the shortcut home.
I haven't been here since.
gave it to the waitress to take a picture. Do you have the picture? No. But Sue would.
Well, when Jake and Sue used to go away, I watered their plants. Nothing. Is this it?
Oh, my God. It was Jake.
What was Jake? What are you doing here anyway?
You weren't home. There was something we had to see.
What?
Let us go. We'll talk about it later.
Show me. Don't.
You said Jake was with you that night.
He was.
Sue, it was him.
You're crazy.
I tore this button from the jacket of the person who raped me. I've kept it all these years.
He was with me all the time. We had a fight, and then he left. But he went home. I know he went home. No. I would have known. I would have sensed that something was different.
Sue.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You can have the operation if you want. No one in his family ever had a stroke. You better go now.
Thank you. Why don't you come?
I can't.
You could start over.
I'll keep in touch with the hospital, but I'm not going anywhere. I can't.
I'll wait in the car, eh?
I'm gonna miss you.
Oh. I'd like Megan to have that picture. I know she's already had a wonderful grandma, but I thought she might be curious.
I'll tell her all about you. Please come with me.
Even through the anesthetic, I heard you. All these years, I remembered your cry. Even though you didn't know it, I loved you.
Can I have a couple minutes?
Yeah, sure.
All the time you were gone, I was wondering what I'd have to do to get my little girl back.
I only left town, Dad. I didn't leave you. I was very angry when I went to Cloverton. I was full of questions. I needed answers. Funny thing is, they were all right here. Things you taught me. Dreams you gave me. Beth Thompson gave me life. You gave me love.
I was going through your mother's things, and I came across this book. I found it by her bedside, and every time I pick it up, it opens up at the same place. Must have been a favorite poem.
Neither flesh of my flesh, nor bone of my bone, but miraculously my own. Never forget for a single minute that you did not grow under my heart, but in it. I loved her so much.
Excuse me, but we need to take her now.
Max, you stay here with Mom. I'm gonna get some coffee.
Please, Daddy. Sam. I need to ask you something.
What is it?
I was wondering if we could do something.
Sure.
I was wondering if maybe we could start small, like you said. See what happens from there.
Oh, excuse me. I'm here to see Julie Lawson. What room is she in, please?
405, but only families allowed to visit.
I'm her mother.
Second door.
Why would an ordinary man murder his family and disappear? Why would a cop break every rule to bring him to justice? Based on the shocking true story, Robert Blake, Beverly D'Angelo.
If I'm right, and he hasn't killed again yet, it's just a matter of time before he does.
Judgment Day, Tuesday.
All pain relievers are not the same. Introducing aspirin-free Anacin maximum strength gel caplets. Strong against stubborn headaches, easy to swallow, gentle on your stomach. New gel caplets, the newest form in pain relief of aspirin-free Anacin.
I hate to be a pesto, but did you know some grated toppings are 1/3 fats and fillers? Kraft is 100% grated Parmesan for 100% great taste. Great-o.
Look what's popping up at Free. Special K waffles from Eggo. Once you see how good Fat Free can be, oh no, you never let go.
No way. It's all mine.
Special K waffles from Eggo.
Eggo Special K waffles. Crisp, delicious, yet every bite fat-free, cholesterol-free, and just 80 calories per waffle. See how good fat-free can be.
Oh no, you never let go.
Nah.
Special K waffles from Eggo.
The happiest moments in life are spent in comfortable clothes. The only kind of clothes Fruit of the Loom makes.
Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh.
Now comfort has a new dress code. Fruit of the Loom.
Know they love.
Clothes for the best of your life.
There are chocolate bars and cookie bars and nut bars by the score. There's something new, and it comes in two. Bar None's the one with so much more. Bar None's got chocolate wafers, now with caramel and chocolate cream, chopped peanuts and milk chocolate. Two bars together are an all-star team. So ask yourself, as you look at the shelf, is my candy bar a bore? If you want the bar with the most by far, Bar None's what you're looking for. Bar None, the one with more. Bar None.
More than 100 teachers expressed concern over safety in the classroom at a school board meeting. These stories and much more when you join us next for Night Watch.
This is Paula Zahn. How can you better protect yourself, your home, and your car? Our Desperately Seeking Security series begins tomorrow on CBS This Morning.